So this is a good example of why I like withering weapons, and it's a reasonable example anyway. We've got these die bakemonos, and they're pretty good. Where are we? There they are. They got 21 hit points, 17 protection. Right now, in an emergency, you know, you are sure you're going to get these recruiting. Now, I had a terrible start here. Look where I started. uh, and so I've got, you know, uh, some recruitment there of mages. Recruitment here of mages. This throne already got taken, but I didn't fight for it. Um, and then here I'm recruiting mages as well, and some of these, right? Now, if I had more gold, I could recruit more, you can see. Now, because it's an emergency, like, I've got a whole bunch of gems from the start of the game, basically. And so, what I'm able to do, of course, is have four of these guys casting Summon Qshi. So, they can just sit there and summon all this up every turn. And, I can add it to this army, which gives me a fairly reasonable chance of being able to fight these guys off. Whereas, um, and the thing is that they actually, like, it's got here bite 17 damage, but, like, I've found that this is fairly low damage. If you're dealing with anything that's well armored, like, you're not going to get 17 damage out of that, I don't think. But like, for instance, I fought Ulm, and, like, this is next to useless. It's, like, really terrible. So I like having withering weapons on them, right? So at least, even if they do really low damage, it doesn't matter. I've had that same problem with giants, right? I find giants to be one of the problems of one of the weaknesses of these Knights of Avalon, right? Because you've only got 14 hit points, and they're only going to hit you once, right? Maybe you'll be lucky and you'll survive a hit, but for the most part, if they hit you, you're dead, right? Even with 18 protection, and because they're giants, like, you're not going to hit with all of this, and you won't kill them like you will on man-sized creatures. So I kind of like having withering weapons and knowing that this is an option. So yeah, a lot of people don't like withering weapons. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's just, everyone turns things into a min-max scenario, and they forget that there are situations you can get into where these things become useful. But you know, I I find it, like, way better than, undead, undying, +2, like +8, right? So it would be like you could take 8 more points of damage on sacreds only. I mean, that's useless unless you've got regen, which I don't. If you had regen and you, like, won a fight and somebody was at -8, well, they would regen that before the fight was over. But uh, yeah, apart from that, like, I don't see much point in it. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought I would show that, and this is, like, 770 units against my little army of 119. But my guys are way better than his guys, so I have actually fought these guys before, and I think I I'm just checking back in a chat, actually. I'm pretty sure I threw like 22 against 150 of them, and I lost 2 guys and killed them all. So I've got a fair chance of beating this, I think. So I guess we'll see.